And welcome back once again. It's time for that multiple Emmy Award denied Trtan back time. Here we go. June 23rd, 1846, the saxophone is patented by Belgian instrument maker Adolphe Sax, hence saxophone.
Oh.
Okay? Happy birthday to Alan Matheson. Turing, that's his last name, Alan Turing. Born June 23rd, 1912, died in 1954, British mathematician, computer expert, invented the Turing test in 1937, which is used to determine if a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior is equivalent to that of a human. More people know him because he also cracked Germany's unbreakable Enigma code, the war code in the Second World War. The movie, The Imitation Game, is based on Turing during this time of his life.
Wow.
It's an incredible movie.
Wow.
Yeah. The first network television Western series, the Hopalong Cassidy television series, begins with a showing of an edited version of the 1938 movie Sunset Trail. William Boyd, who had starred as Hopalong in the films, mortgaged everything he owned to buy the rights to his film and licensed them to NBC television, where they were edited to broadcast length and became an instant hit. The series earned Boyd millions, mostly from merchandising and endorsement deals. In 1950, more than 100 companies manufactured $70 million of Hopalong Cassidy products. And Hopalong Cassidy was the first licensed character to appear on a metal lunchbox.
Holy moly.
Yep.
Oh, wow, I had a metal lunchbox.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Sir Fred Hoyle, born June 24, 1915, British astronomer, mathematician, a proponent of the steady state theory in which the universe has no definite beginning. In 1950, he coined the term Big Bang as a derogatory description of the alternate theory in which the universe was created 10 to 20 billion years ago when a single point expanded. So when we say the Big Bang theory, he came up to make fun of it.
Oh, so it was derogatory.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
June 25th, 1977, Roy C. Sullivan is struck by lightning for the 7th time.
No.
Yes, the current world record, the source is the Guinness Book of World Records. He was an American park ranger in Shenandoah National Park in Virginia. Between 1942 and 1977, Sullivan has claimed to have been struck by lightning on 7 occasions, surviving all of them. And of course, for this reason, he gained the nickname Human Lightning Conductor and Human Lightning Rod.
Wow.
Right? Here's a local girl gone good. Happy birthday to Rose Cecil O'Neill. Rose O'Neill, born June 25th, 1874, American illustrator, cartoonist. She created the Cupid doll in her comic strip, Cupies, in 1909. They were made into dolls in 1912. She was the first published female cartoonist in the U.S.
Wow.
And Cupid comes from the little naked babies known as Cupids. That's where the name Cupid
Oh, okay, I got that. Yeah. So sweet.
And her homestead is right up the road, right down 65 Highway.
Are you serious? Wow.
Rose O'Neill Homestead, yeah.
Wow.
June 26, 1905, the Automobile Association, AA, okay, is founded to help British motorists avoid police speed traps. This was in response to the Motor Car Act of 1903, which introduced new penalties for breaking the speed limit. AA patrolmen would warn drivers displaying a AA badge of upcoming speed traps. In 1910, this was ruled illegal as it obstructed an officer in the course of his duty. AA patrolmen would then only wave to drivers if the road was clear and not wave if a speed trap was ahead, as they could not be prosecuted for not signaling drivers.
Oh, that's smart.
Ah.
I gotta say, I wish they would not stop people for speeding unless it was excessive.
I have a feeling they don't. Happy birthday to Abner Doubleday. born June 26, 1819, American Union soldier. He's credited with inventing baseball, although he never claimed so, and modern research indicates similar games were played before he was born. He aimed the cannon that fired the first shot at the Confederacy after it fired on Fort Sumter at the start of the American Civil War. He also patented the cable car railway that runs in San Francisco. Abner Doubleday.
I love his hair.
Yeah. All right, June 27, 1949. Captain Video and his Video Rangers debuts on Dumont, which became CBS. Starring Richard Coogan as the captain, it was the first American sci-fi TV show. The popular series ran until 1955. It was set in Earth's distant future and followed the adventures of a group of fighters for truth and justice known as the Video Rangers. Led by Captain Video and his teenage companion, the Video Ranger in the episode titled I, Tobar, the Robot, was supposed to be named Robot 1, but the stencil was inadvertently applied.
I love that.
Yes. Happy birthday to Bob Keeshan.
Oh.
Yes. June 27, 1927. American Emmy Award-winning actor. Howdy Doody from 1947 to 53. He was the first Clarabelle the Clown, and then Captain Kangaroo from 55 to 84. Of course, he was the captain. Here's a quote from him. If you want more time in your life, don't watch TV. All right. And finally this isn't a joke or anything, okay? Just a little food for thought. Technically, do you realize you are closer to being a millionaire than Elon Musk is?
Oh, wait, I don't know.
Because he's a billionaire. So you're actually closer.
I am depressed.
Congratulations on your success.
Thanks. Appreciate that, Tom.
That's Trtan back time.
Wowza. I have learned a lot. Now I'm depressed.
There you go.
Because no matter how close I am, ain't never gonna happen.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, guys, we'll be back with a lot of information on the Midtown 4th of July parade right after this.
You're rich in friends.
I am.
Yes, that's it.
And yes.